Top of the day, top of the day. It's your boy Snaxx. So look, go ahead and grab yourself a snack, a good one. Grab yourself a drink, a refreshing one. Don't forget, we're about to critically think on this new episode of Snack Time. Hey man, look, I'm really thinking about trying out for American Idol or what is it, America's Got Talent, Who Got Next. You know what I'm saying? Every last one of them jumps. I'm gonna impress all the judges. They gonna say, "Oh, he can sing." I'm like, I know, I do this. I'm that guy. Hello, how's everybody doing today? I'm so glad for you clicking in and tuning in on this video. So go ahead, since you joined and since you love me and you love to hear what I got to say, go ahead, like, you know what I'm saying? Hit that little like button and it's gonna help out a whole lot. Make sure you comment as well. Again, let me know what snack you had and what type of drink you had. Some people had some interesting snack and drink combos. Me, again, I'm rocking the water. Where is my water? Oh, had to go off camera. I got my water. Put this down here. I think it'd be better for me. Easy to grab. But let's really come back in here. I know what you're saying. What's this episode about, man? Look, let me tell y'all. Ramadan ended. Did y'all know that? Ramadan ended. That is why I'm able to drink with y'all. I'm able to eat with y'all. Halal, of course. Halal only. But that's why I'm able to do that now. In the beginning part, I was not able to eat or drink with y'all because I was fasting. And when I recorded the podcast, it was during daylight hours. So it didn't really work out like that. Duh. Now, excuse me. For people that don't know, again, if that hasn't clicked in your head that I said Ramadan, 2 times, excuse me. And to say that I've also fasted, I am Muslim. If you knew that, if you went to the episode number 1, feel me? So go ahead and check that out if you want to know more about me. But yes, as it was stated before, I'm Muslim. We had Ramadan. Ramadan is really not only surely about the fasting aspect, not just fasting from food or water, but you're more so fasting from all the negative things that has taken you away from God or taken you away from your purpose and all the good things in your life. You're trying to eliminate the bad and form better habits, good habits to carry on throughout the remainder of the year and the remainder of your life. And I feel like that was something that I really wanted to talk about. So for me personally, right, we're gonna dive straight into it like Michael Phelps into the water when he's trying to win that gold medal. Shout out Mike Phelps. Even though I don't know, bro, but hey, shout out to you still. Maybe you could teach me how to swim. Yeah, I don't know how to swim, you guys. If you know how to swim and you're at Lamar or you're in Houston, you're in anywhere in Texas really, and you don't mind traveling, right? Please hit me up in the comment section below and let me know, because I definitely need to know how to swim. That stuff is horrible. It is terrible. When I tell y'all it is terrible, it is terrible. Now, like, I can swim underwater, okay? Let's get this understood. I can swim underwater, but above water, not so much. That's when I start to drown. You feel me? And I know what you're saying, Snaxx, then you can swim. I don't consider me that swimming. So, for example, right, I got not really peer pressure, but I was in elementary school. Shout out to Levitt Elementary and everybody else that's over there. Yeah, hey man, I went to a private school when I was younger, so it kind of made sense if I went to a private school when I was older and CMU. But either way, right, that's besides the point. So my school went on this little trip, you know what I'm saying? We went to a little water park. Don't know what water park it was. Went to the water park and I don't know how to swim. Right, I don't know how to swim, but all the friends and all the pretty girls, you feel me, in my class, they were going on top of the high dive. Now, I ain't gonna fake it. That jump was pretty high, gang. Like, it was pretty high. I'm talking about I think I was 7, maybe 6. I was young, y'all. Like I said, I'll probably get myself 7 years old, if that's the age of elementary. I think so. Anyway, continuing on my story. I went onto the hot dog, and at first it didn't look that high though, right? It did not look high at all. I was like, oh, this light work is easy. You feel me? It's a long line. Like I'm talking about like a line, gang. I'm like, man, so I'm gonna sit here, feel me? But again, at the time, my little crush in the classroom, you feel me? She was in line too with her cousin. And I was like, cool, I'm finna go ahead. 2 for 1. I'm about to, you feel me, jump off the hot dog, look cool. And I'm about to try to, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can get some what's them Smarties. There we go. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I'll get some Smarties out of this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know about them. Back in the old days, Smarties were the stuff. Feel me? Them boys don't know about them Smarties nowadays. But, so boom, I'm in line, right? Bada bing, bada boom, in line with it. And we're chopping it up, talking. My friend, the other homies, he's like, hey man, you ready to jump off this hot dog? What do we do? He's talking, I'm about to do a belly flop. I'm about to cannonball. I'm about to do flip. You know, everybody in line just talking. Because it's not just us at this water park, obviously. We didn't just run out the whole water park. There's other people there too. So we in that jump. We boom, boom. Excuse me again, 2 times. Oh man. Well, I ate some chicken noodle soup at lunch today. That junk there hit it. I don't know if y'all like onions a lot. I put onions and lettuce in my chicken noodle soup. I'm a big onion guy. Red onions over white onions. It's gotta be red over white. But why is it red onion? It's purple. Again, doesn't matter. So we get on top of the hot dog now. It's my turn. I'm going up. Boom, 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 boom. Climbing. Okay. Reach the top. I get to walking. I'm look down. I'm like, ooh, that jump was high, gang. I'm talking about, oh man, I was, what that man J. Cole said, I was petrified. But feel me, I was petrified out there, gang. So I'm like, all right, cool, came back up. You know what I mean? Came back up is bad news. I'm not getting no Smarties. I'm not getting a kiss on the cheek. I'm not getting a high five. I'm getting nothing but roasted, flame, talked about. I was gonna be the embarrassment of my school. You know what I'm saying? So what did I do at such a young age? I jumped, right? But here, I thought about this. I said, I can't swim. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna jump towards the wall. Okay, wait. Hear me out. I didn't jump like straight off the diving board to the wall, but I jumped close enough to the wall that once I hit the water and I floated back up, I'd be able to do a little doggy paddle, grab the wall, I'm good. You feel me? I jumped off. I didn't have to show that I couldn't swim or can't swim, and I made it to the wall. I almost drowned though. Came with a lot of y'all, almost drowned. The lifeguard almost jumped in there. He saw me. But luckily, you feel me? My pride as a 7-year-old, and not want to embarrass myself in front of my crush, I most definitely, you feel me, went underwater, grabbed the wall, got out. But the lifeguard told me, he said, hey man, you got a little bit too close to the wall, man. Next time, you feel me, jump more. I said, it won't be done next time, sir. It would not be a next time. I'm not jumping off that. That was the one and only, you feel me? I got my high five. You feel me? I didn't get no Smarties. I did not get the kiss on the cheek. All I got was good job, and it looked cool, which was enough for me at that age, which is very much so enough. But that's besides the point. Not what you came here for. You came here for Ramadan. Duh. Oh my goodness. So, like I said, for me, but not even just for me, the whole purpose of Ramadan is trying to become closer, gain those good habits, and eliminate the bad habits. And we all have them, right? So Ramadan is really a month is for you to really connect with yourself and really focus on what are your issues, what are your flaws, what are your problems, what do you want to, and how can you fix them, how can you grow, and how can we continue on. Now they say it takes, I believe it's 21 days to form a habit, and that it sounds like a lot, but consistency is everything, right? And that's something that I'm trying to implement by doing these podcasts, right? It's just being consistent, regardless of anything else. One thing that I want y'all to be able to count on to take your check, you feel me, that last check, cash it in the bank, that Monday at 12 o'clock, you're going to see Snack Time on the feed and the podcast and everything else. If you don't have me on social media, all my socials will be in the description below as well, so you can follow me and always stay up to date. You also can also hit the notification bell right there. Hit that little bell at the bottom, and you will always be alerted when I post a video. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate that. And continuing on. So for me personally, this Ramadan, right? I had a lot of things that I needed to work on. One of those things were honestly just being closer and understanding who a Muslim person is, right? Because I recently reverted for 4 years. Now, my first Ramadan was horrible. I don't even count that, right? I don't personally count it just because I didn't complete it. I didn't do it. My first time ever doing Ramadan, I was in Missouri, and I was a freshman, and I only did it for 4 days.
Damn.
And that was,
I'm sorry.
like I said, it was nothing, honestly, and that's no disrespect to the severity or the magnitude of what Ramadan is and how important it is. It was just me and the environment that I was in, right? That I wasn't as committed, I wasn't as focused, I wasn't as good of a person. So I didn't have the discipline for it as well, because Ramadan is being very disciplined. To be able to see a nice piece of shrimp fried rice, you feel me? Having a nice bowl of roasted beef noodles, the best kind of noodles you can have from Marchand. I think that's, or Markin. How you pronounce that? The little man with the smiley face on the noodle packet. To see them noodles, you know what I'm saying? To see that shrimp fried rice, to see you a good old juicy. Oh, my fault, y'all. I was imagining that good old turkey burger I made. Don't mind me over here. But having to see having to see those things and have them in front of you, have them readily available to you, and still have the mind and the whistle without eating it, without even attempting to drink water. You know, and I was playing football and all these other things. So I have a lot of excuses, right, that sound good to me and possibly would sound good to anybody else if I wanted to spin it that way, on why I didn't do it and how difficult it was and everything else. But that's all that they were at the end of the day. They were excuses. I wasn't disciplined enough. The facts about it, the truth behind it, I wasn't disciplined enough. I didn't care enough about it, and I didn't see why I should do it. You know, so my first Ramadan was horrible. Like I said, I don't count it. It was only for 4 days. I didn't even make it a week. And it was kind of crazy because I went into the homie's crib and he saw me walk in with a Subway footlong. It was a steak and cheese with pepper jack cheese, lettuce, onions, bell peppers, banana peppers, sweet onion teriyaki sauce, and 2 bags of, you already know, baked barbecue chips. You feel me? You never gonna catch me lacking without them. Get the baked barbecue chips, and I had me a vitamin water. Man, I walked into the homie crib. He was so confused. And you know what was crazy? I walked into the homie's crib with one of the Ikes. Do you hear me? The Ike was next to me with his own order of a footlong. He said, "Isn't it Ramadan?" He said, "What are y'all doing?" He said, "What are y'all doing?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking at the Ike because he's been Muslim longer than me. Hey, he said, "Man, Allah forgive us." Man. Oh, wow. So yeah, that first one was horrible. There's nothing else behind it. My second one was better. I unknowingly broke my fast a couple of times during, not this past Ramadan, but the other Ramadan, my second Ramadan. Broke my fast by doing little things. Chewing gum, all right. That can break your fast if you swallow the gum. And I think just the essence of having something in your mouth, like chewing it, it's like you're it's in a technical sense of breaking your fast. At least for me, at least how I was told as well, it was more so just a technical sense of breaking your fast. I did well over amount of other things that weren't the best at the same time. More so, it was like what else happened that I eventually found out I broke my fast. Um, oh, watching the girls on my phone, right? I obviously during that time there was TikTok, so obviously I would see girls do their thing, which they was just throwing booty, and I was watching it, and that right there is another habit that I had to break away from, right? Because even then, right? Because for me, I don't I don't want to portray the image that I'm perfect, but at the same time, I don't like it when I'm not perfect. And I know it's like, oh, well, there's no such thing as perfect. There is no sense of that. Only Allah is perfect, right? And there's nothing else that I can reach for that. But knowing that I made mistakes is most definitely harder. But I want to be able to open up to y'all as well to show y'all that I'm definitely not perfect. I know I say that, but to really tell y'all, so I messed up, right? One thing about me that I grew from, and not even just Ramadan sense, but Ramadan helped me in attacking this image, is that I used to be to me, I used to be a whole person in my eyes, right? Even though on the exterior, a lot of people thought I was a good person. On the inside, though, I didn't feel as good because I had problems. One of my biggest things that I've told people before is that I had a big issue with how I viewed women, right? And I know that's probably not the best of things to say. Some people would be like, what the heck are you talking about? This and that. But it was a problem. It was a humongous problem with me. I didn't understand when I objectified women, right? I did not view them as people. Not in that, and it sounds so horrible when I say it like that, but that's probably the most open and raw I can be with y'all to give you a good sense of where I was at to where I'm at now, right? To where I can't even, I don't look at women in any other way, but in a sense of utmost respect, right? In a sense of nothing but love and care and genuality behind it. I'm disgusted with the person I used to be, right? But I feel like that's a good thing to see how far I've came in that growth aspect, right? Because that was something that was really big on me. And one of the things, like I said, I told my girl, and I love her, right? And I know I always say that, but I'm able to open up to her a little bit more, and I'm able to allow her to be a part of my life, which is something amazing, right? Which I feel like everybody should have, which is in a future podcast. We'll be ready to look out for that, of just how to maintain good relationship, not just, I feel like this is moving, my fault. Not just, with your significant other, your partner, but relationship with your friend, with your family, with your mom and dad, your brother, sister, your teachers, you know what I'm saying, your associates in your life, those little itty tiny bit of thing, those type of relationships, everything like that. But I don't want to get too deep into there and spoil that. I just want to let y'all know, be on the lookout for these episodes here that we have coming. I say we, what the heck? Like somebody else is here. I'm a funny guy. You know what I'm saying? I talk to myself. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But continuing on, right? These are things that I actually had to deal with. That was, like I said, that was one of the humongous things that I had to deal with. And the way I attacked it personally was just understanding what, first off, and it sounds so cliche, everybody say that, but when you start putting it in context of you have a sister of your own, you have a daughter, you have a mother, would you want people viewing them like this? And how would you react if somebody was to act upon these impulses that they had, or their viewership of them? How would you feel about it? Once I started to feel a discomfort, as well as once you start to feel icky with yourself, that is a big indication, right? That obviously there's something else that needs to be changed there, right? But also the self-discipline aspect, right? I didn't have that. I was inconsistent working out. This past Ramadan, I lost 15 pounds. I started at 248 and I ended at 232 as of this moment. And beautiful thing, that's another thing with self-discipline. I didn't want to work out, right? I had a workout regime. Shout out to my personal trainer, James. Inshallah, y'all shall be seeing him on this podcast as well. And he should tell you his story and everything else. I believe he's an amazing trainer. I believe he's the best trainer out right now. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to y'all other trainers. No disrespect to your trainer, if you're watching this and you're a trainer, no disrespect to people that's watching this and you have a trainer, no disrespect to them at all. But I can vouch for him for what he has done for me and my body transformation. And I don't know if y'all have me on Instagram, y'all most definitely saw it. I posted it. He posted it as well, my before and after, which was ridiculous of how much I just not really bulk. I'm about to say bulk up, leaned and just lost that weight. Right. Again, the discipline aspect of it, of just staying committed to the workout regime that he gave me, staying committed to the nutrition aspect as well. So these things helped me out in this Ramadan. And again, I took that little mode, that little what I want to call it, that small thing, right? In the bigger scheme of things, right? We still have 12 months. For 1 month has changed my life, right? 1 month out of the year has changed my life every single year, right? And I know what you're saying, like what happened with all the other 11 months. I still have growth in those 11 months. I never stop growing. I don't think I ever will stop growing until I die, right? Because that's something that I pride myself on. I want to be able to grow, and the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know anything, right? That's something that I fully stand behind. The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know anything. And I truly don't know anything. I don't know nothing in this world. I'm just here trying to learn and absorb everything I can. So these things right here is something that I had to fight against. I had to go ahead and attack myself again. And again, I had to sit here by myself and really start to nitpick. And that's why I advocate, and I really want y'all to do as well, is whenever you feel, excuse me, I think that was the best one. Somebody got a burp counter. You know what I'm saying? That's 4, I think, that I'm at. But that aspect of it, right, of me trying to grow and sit there with myself, and I'll tell y'all to sit there with yourself. It is very important. It is actually, I believe, is the first step, right? Is you acknowledging your flaws, you acknowledging your rights and your wrongs, and where can you grow from them, and where can you go from that, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a difficult thing. I'm not saying it's easy. I would never proclaim that was an easy time. That was pretty dark moments that in my life that my family and nobody else knows about, just because of the aspect of feeling ashamed, feeling embarrassed, feeling not like a man, not fitting the stigma of who I wanted to be. You know, these things here had an issue with it. But for me, I had 2 options. Well, I had a lot of options. But really the 2 main was either I can grow from this, right? I decide, hey, I don't want to be this person no more, change and grow. Or I can stay the same. I can be upset and again make those excuses as to why it's hard for me to change, and what is this and what is that, and what happened in my past, and this is why I'm the way I am, and what happened, you know what I'm saying, what did this person do to me that made me react like this, and what did I do to that person. And it was just like I said, at the end of the day, to me those are just excuses, and I didn't want to make them anymore. I sat here and I made that choice to say, no, I want better for myself. I want a better life, and I grew from it. Right. It was so many different things as well that I just had a big issue with, that I had to understand. I had to grow from, you know what I'm saying? Drugs was a big thing as well, right? That people don't want to speak about as much. And even me, myself, right? Like I said, these things here, being able to speak upon this in front of a camera is a humongous thing, because of the aspect of this is, well, people don't understand, especially for the men out there that they do understand, and for the women, give you an insight inside the mind of a man. It's such a battle internally, right, that we don't let out externally. It's always a battle of within yourself, and most of the time it's a battle of, are you a man, right? And am I being a man? And am I being a great man? If I am being a man. You know, it's all the different things. And then it's like, how can I become a better man? How can I become a better person, right? And then you have all these insecurities, because you may feel a certain, like I said, men have feelings, men have emotions, they feel certain things, they just don't act upon them. So you may feel sad, but you start to get in your head, am I a man if I express my sadness, or am I weak? You know, is there a time for me to express my sadness? And then a couple of times, most of the time, it's not the right occasion to express said emotion, whether it's sad, anger, depression, anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Even being happy, it's not the moment to express it because of the environment that we're in or the way we were taught and raised. So we end up bottling that emotion, telling ourselves, at least for me, I'm gonna only speak for myself for the remainder of this aspect, is for me, I was like, okay, this isn't the time or place for me to express this emotion. So I'm gonna wait to express it. But me waiting and holding that in when it was, excuse me, when it did, right, when it did come the time and place when I was by myself and I was alone and I could, you know what I'm saying, sit here and be okay with that. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. I didn't feel like expressing the emotion anymore. If I was sad and I wanted to cry, I didn't have the urge to cry anymore. And I'm not an actor, so I definitely can't make myself cry on cue. You know what I'm saying? I'd be pretty cool. I knew a person in my classroom. I think it was in high school. She used to just cry. You know, I think she's an actor now. I don't know if she's famous. I guess not, because I haven't seen her in the movies. Yeah. But that's beside the point. But yeah, I was in theater. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wasn't an actor. Didn't apply for no play. Didn't do none of that. Just needed an elective. So don't look at me and say, nah. Let me tell you, I was struggling to see what was stage left and stage right. You know what I'm saying? It was a difficult time. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't have that skill. So what was I going with that? Got myself sidetracked. What was I talking about? Oh, Boombaka. Yeah. So when we kept going on through that part, it was something. It was something of that nature where I didn't want to express it anymore. I didn't want to do anything anymore. So I ended up never using that emotion, regardless of what the emotion was. And then something would happen months down the line. For me, it always been around 6 months to a year. Was around those times where I'm liable or for a break point. I don't want to say a breakdown because I didn't really break down. I would just start to get upset about anything, right? Like the old saying, the straw on the camel's back, right? Just those things. But for me, it wasn't just a straw. Like sometimes it would be a boulder, sometimes be a bowling ball, then it'll be a straw, a feather, then you know what I'm saying, a book, and then a water bottle, and maybe a fist. Like like the weight used to be different every time. It was never just always these little things, these straws. It was always just a mixture of things, and then eventually that feather just pissed me off, and I was like, it's up. And these things is what majority of men deal with, right? That and the men that I know in my life is something that we deal with. And that's something that I want to be able to explain to other men as well, that it's okay to feel this way, but it's also okay for you to get help. It's also okay for you to speak about it. And it's also okay for you to find somebody. I'm not saying that a lot of people want to push the narrative of, you know what I'm saying? And to everybody else, now I'm really talking my stuff. For everybody out there, and I mean this in the utmost respectful way. I do mean this in the utmost respectful way. I appreciate the intentions behind it. I appreciate the people out there that go out and ask people, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you okay? Or the people that you come talk to me whenever, you can hit my line whenever. But if you don't genuinely mean that, right? Again, I appreciate the intentions, but I would much rather you not say that, right? Because if somebody truly needed you, right? If you said that and somebody truly took you up on your offer and they came to talk to you and you did not care at all, you didn't have no insight to it, you just said it to be nice and kept it pushing, but that messed that person up, because that person had now trusted you to confide in you because you said it, right? Because you thought it was a cool thing. You thought it was the political right thing to say, right? You thought, okay, if I say this is a nice thing, I can do this, I can do that. But bro, it doesn't help. It doesn't help at that point if you're not truly trying to listen and understand that person and help that person. So like I said, appreciate the intentions behind it. I truly do appreciate the intentions, but don't say that, right? We do that now, and I try my best not to, right? Well, we walk past somebody, we say, how's it going? And we just walk by, right? Those little things there, even though it's such it's so normalized now. But if I say like how you doing, you feel me? Like I attempt to stop, right? If I'm gonna, hey, like how's it going? I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna look to see if you want to have that conversation, because I genuinely want to know, like, hey, how's it going? Are you good? You're bad? You happy? Sad? Mad? What's going on? Why? And so we can have that. And if it requires us to have a deeper conversation than us just walking by each other outside, then we can do that, right? We can sit there, exchange information, and we could find a time to sit and talk. But don't just do that, because like I said, I understand the severity of it, that a lot of people say it but don't really mean anything behind it. And that's why I just want people to understand, please stay true to your actions. Stand firm behind it. Don't just say things, even though if it is, like I said, the intentions are pure. I'm not saying nothing about that. The intentions probably were to be a nice person and try to help that person. But if you truly don't have the way to help them, or have an avenue for them, like if you can't help them but you know somebody that can, if you don't have that, then like I said, just wish them the best. But don't say you can hit me up whenever, especially if you're one of the people that got your phone do not disturb. Like I'm supposed to I'm supposed to hit you up if your phone do not disturb, and then you're like, ah, man, sorry, I missed your call. Dang, you missed everybody's call. You you done missed everybody's call. You're not picking up for your dukes. I don't think you're gonna pick up for me. Come on now. You feel me? But these things, right? And everything I'm talking about all stems, like I said, from Ramadan. The Ramadan is and forever will be the pinnacle for of all months, right? Because it's beautiful. It is so beautiful to being more in touch with your deen, being more in touch with yourself, being closer to God and getting closer to God, learning your religion, right? Understanding your religion, learning how to become a better person with inside of your religion, and just to affect the world in a beautiful way. Is by far has been an amazing experience. And this past Ramadan was no different, right? I grew again. Every Ramadan, I try my best to grow it a little bit every single time, right? I didn't do a lot of the things that I used to do. I grew from it. Me and my roommate, shout out to my roommate, man. He held me accountable during my, excuse me, oh man. He held me. Yeah, I can't wait to know how many counter we got, how many burp counter we got. But again, this shout out to my roommate. He held me accountable on a couple of things that I wanted to do. And shout out to everybody else that gave me the compliments about me losing weight. Yeah, I know I used to be a fat guy, still a little bit chubby, you know what I'm saying? Got some more weight to lose. And inshallah, I can do that. And shout out to all the support that I got, right? Thank y'all for supporting the podcast. Thank y'all for supporting me. Thank y'all for supporting my journey, whether y'all knew it or not. I appreciate everything that goes on around here. But yeah, man, like I said, to end it off, just to recap about everything, please understand that it takes time to become this person. Right. It not saying I'm nowhere of somebody should be striving for. I just strive above to be above me in everything, in every aspect of your life. But the person you're looking at right now, the person you're watching, the person you're seeing, it's not the same person they were last year, last month, 2 years, 3 years. Like I said, and it's growth. Understand that you don't have to do this aspect. You don't have to go out and try to tell the whole world and put on the internet what your flaws are and how hard it was for you. But if my pain helps you grow, then I'll do that every single time. To show y'all that I'm not perfect, I am only a human. I am just a man. God gave me a gift and I'm doing the best that I can, you see. And I want people to understand that you can grow, even from the darkest of things, even from the thing that you don't tell nobody. The sins, not even just in a religious aspect, the sins, but just like I say, the flaws and the bad thing that you don't want to do, those bad habits you have, whatever it is, whether it be you drink too much, or you're smoking too much, or you're partying too much, or you're cursing too much, or you're eating too much, you're gossiping too much, you feel me, bullying people too much, whatever the case may be. Understanding that first it starts with you. Sit down with yourself, understand what you want, understand who you are, right? Uh, Write it down if you have to. If you're a visual person, write down flaws, okay, boom bop. And then, what I'm saying, write down your traits. And then never, what I'm saying, always look at the good and the bad. And then when you look at your flaws, write down next to it how can I fix this flaw? Like what's the step I can take? You feel me? With like I said, my biggest flaw that I've overcame that I can speak upon is objectifying women, right? How can I grow from that? Okay, well, I know I do this now. So what's the first step I can do? Okay, well the first step is I can stop looking at the women's body, right? I can stop looking at that and stop trying to sexualize their parts of their bodies. Okay, so how can I do that? Okay, so that's when you start going down. Okay, well, how can I do that? Well, I can stop going on TikTok and Instagram and everything else. I can unfollow all these accounts and all these pages that show nothing but women exposing their bodies and showing it off, right? Yeah, I can first do that. Okay, those little steps. So that's what I did. Okay, went to Instagram, which is why I only have an Instagram and I only have a TikTok now. But again, I changed both my algorithms. I unfollowed all those pages on Instagram. And on my TikTok, again, the algorithm is amazing. I see a lot of Islamic content, a lot of new business ideas. Again, look out for the next podcast in the future. I'll be giving y'all business ideas. One of my personal side businesses that I have been doing, that I have made good money doing as well. I shall be giving y'all the game on that aspect of it. And some other people on this in the later, inshallah, in the future episode, people will also be telling you about their businesses and business ideas and business plan, something that y'all can take and implement in your life. Hopefully that we all can become rich and successful in our life. Wealthy, I should say, not really rich. We want to become wealthy people and build that generational wealth for our families. So, what was I saying? Man, I don't know where I was going with that. I guess it's time for this podcast to end. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being here. Again, I appreciate every last support. So again, turn on the post notifications so you never miss another episode. So you're first person here, first person comment and like. Grow every day. Find something, little thing, whether it be making your bed, whether it be planning your outfits out, something I need to start doing. You feel me? I just be wearing anything. But you know what I'm saying? Grow every day. Wherever you can find those little things, they add up. I'm telling you, consistency is something else. It only takes 21 days to build a habit, and those 21 days go by fast. I know everybody be talking about, man, it was just a month ago. For the people that's in high school, they was like, oh, I'm just freshman now, I'm a senior, I'm going to prom, and then graduation. For the people that's here, they remember they just started college, and now they're about to graduate. Time goes by so fast, so those 21 days are gonna blow by. Just being consistent with it. So thank y'all for being with me again. I love all of y'all. And until next time, have a wonderful and blessed day.